I just wanted to jump on, make a quick video about something that's said in response to quite a few things that I post on the Knockout Depression Facebook page. And that is that it's easier said than done. And that's true. And I know when people say that, they're coming from a place usually of, they're struggling. And when we are in a very bad place, and when we have struggled with our mental health for a long time, we used to being judged for that. We've probably had a lot of platitudes. Again, we can all share a Facebook post, make a statement that may well have a real firm foundation in truth, but it doesn't really cut through when we're really struggling. And at times it can feel patronizing, and at times it can feel almost like judgy, like we're being judged for not being able to feel or do whatever it is that the particular meme of the day is saying. The other thing I'd say on that as well is that we don't choose to feel like that, and this is where the kind of toxic positivity comes in, I think, where and again that's something that's been mentioned on posts before, that there's a quote that I've seen on Facebook that the difference between a good day or a bad day is something like, it's a choice, it's a state of mind, and then it's up to you, it's something like that anyway. And then those final bits are scribbled out and it says a lot more complex than a simple meme on the internet. Very, very, very true. Thing is, like everything though, isn't it? Everything's easier said than done. Of course it is. We can all say anything. With regards to boxing, this is talk about kind of trash talk. You can talk you into a fight. Talking doesn't end a fight. Roy Jones Jr., one of the best to ever do it, he was getting ready for a fight with James Toney, who was very well known for trash talking and using that as part of his game to get in his opponent's head. He was saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do the other." And when it was put to Jones what Toney was saying, he just shrugged his shoulders. Well, I've got birds that can talk. Anyone can say anything, anyone can talk. But what I'd say is that, yeah, things are easier said than done, absolutely. But that doesn't discount what is being said, because what I share and many of the other people that do similar work around mental health, it's very much shared from lived experience, our own lived experience, and also those of people that we've worked with. I'll speak for myself, people that I've worked with and supported. And the truth is, certainly, with the stuff that I share, again, I can only speak for myself, it's because it's stuff that works. It works. But I think the thing is with mental health and when we're struggling, there isn't a magic pill. It isn't as simple as, oh, you do that once or twice and bang, suddenly it's different. It's a process and it takes time. And it's often, often the case that we have to maybe change habits that have been long-term habits for us. That might be habits of thought as well as habits of kind of actions. And it's very, very hard, and it requires a commitment, a conscious commitment and decision that recognizes we need to think and do things differently, and we make that commitment to doing so. And again, I will never, ever, ever underestimate just how hard that is. And so that's where I come from when I post things. But this is it, a Facebook page and sharing things like that can only do so much. Because it's like anything. We can know everything. We can know all the right things. We can know all the things we should be doing. But whether we can do them or not is a very, very different thing. This is why, we have personal trainers, for instance. We have things like Weight Watchers. Generally speaking, most of us know the things we need to do to get in better shape, to feel fitter and healthier. But it doesn't mean we can do them. Knowing is one thing, doing is another. Saying we'll do something is one thing, doing it is another. It's about that commitment to act. And that is so much more difficult when you're struggling with your mental health, making any decision, having any energy to do anything. When we're really, really caught in it and consuming it, it can feel almost impossible. And this is why small steps are so important. But this is where the importance of a supportive community comes in and is so vital. And it's why I do what I do. It's why I have live programs. It's why I have online programs, because it helps to make that commitment to doing something, to changing something, to something being different, to doing more than saying something. As again, I use the example of Muhammad Ali, obviously known for his talk, backed it up in the ring. And I say, we see a lot of stuff around mental health. It's time to talk. It's time to talk. It's time to do more than talk. It is about acting. Now, I have every sympathy. And again, I've been there. I know what it's like. Yeah, it's easy to say, oh, well, you should do this. You should go for a walk. Whatever it is. It's bloody hard. And that's where a supportive community and being part of something can help so much. Peer support, group support, again, whether that's live or online, it can help us to endure when things are tough. It can help give us that belief, that faith, that little extra impetus to do what's required, because we've got someone there, or one person, other people that have got our back, that are there for us, that care for us, that aren't going to judge us, that are supporting us, and that want us to make those change and recognise and realise that it doesn't happen overnight. Because we've experienced that, where people might lose patience with us. We've said we're going to do this and then it falls off and whatever. But yeah, I use this reference to the corner man in boxing. It's very, very difficult to do anything worthwhile alone. We in anything of any achievement in your life, there's others that help and support you along the way. And your mental health is no different. And again, I always say, unless you've been there, you cannot fully understand it. You can do your best. And that's why we all as humans need to be seen, heard, understood, to feel we belong, that we're accepted for who we are and for what we're, and again, who we are isn't what we're going through. We can be going through depression and anxiety. It's not who we are. It's something we're experiencing at that particular time. And being supported by people that understand and get that recognise recovery isn't linear, that there's ups and downs, but it's about that trajectory. And again, like in the same way a corner in the boxing ring, we can have things that help us we're in the ring on our own, but we go back to the corner, we have someone there supporting us, advising us what we need to do in our next round. We do our best to do it. The analogy, the kind of the metaphor I'm taking. So anyway, I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments on that. I hope that resonates. And again, I just want to reiterate that, I am very conscious when I share things. It can be taken by some as preaching. And it can feel really hard when you are really struggling and you just want to feel or be able to do the things that it says. Because some level we know it's true. But you're right, it's not that easy. And that's why Knockout Depression, we're there to try and, we're there to do whatever we can to help along the way. All right, have a good day. Speak again soon. Bye-bye. This comment is, it's easier said, and speak.